evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the MGM Grand. Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Blocks that punch. Not able to land the headshot. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Jones is scoring with that right hand. Jones is tagged by a hook. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Chad Dawson.
Use your feet.
Jones is hit by a... Wow! Roy Jones Jr. goes down, but is he out? You never know with Roy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in the...
Did you see that? How about that? He goes from being the victim to handing out the punishment.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Really on the mark with that over-the-top shot with the right hand. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. Jones has got complete momentum and control of this fight right now. Already scored a knockdown in this round, and now he's on the attack again.
Yeah, all he has to do is don't fall into that syndrome where you hurt a guy and now you go away from what you were doing when you hurt him. You start throwing one shot trying to finish it instead of continuing to put them together.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Come on, kid, focus.
How about that left hand? As basic as can be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight. Dawson showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Roy Jones Jr. shook up there, Teddy. What a turn of events. Just moments ago, he was the one doing the damage.
No other sport shows retribution right in front of you so quickly, so impactfully.
A new round underway here. Chad Dawson's hoping that he doesn't make a defensive flaw like he did in the last round. That cost him a knockdown. That's a huge left he just scored with. He goes from damaged goods to defense. Big shot there. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And it's all over. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. Boxing writers are going to have a field day with this early knockout, Teddy. Praising one guy, and tons of criticism is going to be targeted on his opponent.
Yeah, two ways you could criticize.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the end. They're scheduled for 12. Here's round number 1. And now you see him scoring well with the right. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know, the landscape of this business, the history of this business is littered with guys that they've had someone hurt, they get a little careless, they get caught. We better watch out that he doesn't get put on that landscape.
Oh, you gotta like that hook by Roy Jones. Big shot he just scored with. He goes down. He has so much time now, he's gonna be forced to survive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, that may have been just a flash knockdown there, Teddy.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He looks clear-headed. His legs are okay. Now it's just a matter of making sure that he understands why he got caught.
Oh, a big shot comes home for him. This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's over. The fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s power carries the day. A first-round knockout victory. He's probably going to mark that down as one of the highlights of his career. From out of nowhere, one single knockout punch.
Well, it's one of those punches that actually can be marked down. It's going to last in the annals of this sport. I mean, this matches up with any of the great knockouts ever in this sport.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us ringside. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the famed New York Arena. Just the opening round of 12 scheduled for tonight's bout. Roy Jones Jr. with a left. Very good, steady double jab there. Bernard Hopkins versus Roy Jones Jr., two future Hall of Famers who have had parallel careers. They don't have a lot of like for each other. Different styles.
Yeah, the more athletic guy is Roy Jones. I mean, he's the better guy when it comes to pure athletic gifts, pure talent. I mean, he's faster. He does things in an unpredictable way. The advantage for Hopkins is he's technically better. You know, he's a guy that doesn't have to depend just on skills, physical skills, on timing and sense of anticipation. You know, he can make you miss, he can catch you. You know, Jones, he's dependent on his reflex.
Oh! Round number one, and he's already down. Down for the first time tonight, but you can see he's ready to make up for it here.
Yeah, just a little bit of water in the basement, not a full flood. But if he doesn't want those pipes to burst, he better figure out quick why he got dropped.
Again to the melon. Well, that's the classic wet noodle foundation right there. He's on wobbly legs.
Yeah, and it's not al dente. It's really, really wet noodles.
Hopkins' defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Scores up top with a left. Parries that punch away. What a big shot. Bernard Hopkins, the victim of a solid power shot. Hopkins goes down. It's over. This fight is over. Roy Jones Jr. is quickly to demolish his opponent. First round knockout. How about that? It may have been scheduled to go longer, but he just rescheduled it. Done. Over. Fiend. Knockout victory.
This matches up with any of the great punches throughout this sport.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe. Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore.
All right.
The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here A much anticipated fight. Round one underway. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Jones is showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. B-Hop against Roy Jones Jr. We know they don't like each other a lot. We know they've had parallel careers. There's always a lot of comparisons. They finally meet up again. The first time they fought, Teddy, though, it wasn't really an attractive fight. They kind of neutralized each other.
Yeah, they did. I mean, that's their styles a little bit. They're both guys that are safety-first fighters. That's their temperament. That's their makeup. Roy Jones is better athletically, better physically. He's a little faster, but the one advantage that Hopkins has, technically, he's better. You know, Jones depends on reflex.
Wow, was Roy Jones. And yet another big shot comes in. And a big punch connects and floors him here in round one.
And not what you expected. His opponent usually not a quick starter.
4, 5.
Roy Jones Jr. finds himself down, but not necessarily out, as he rises up to fight on. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Back upstairs he goes. Oh, that's gotta hurt. And for the second time tonight, he goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jones is able to get up. Teddy, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
Well, he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move because that's the inclination.
And banging away he goes. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff? He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
What a thudding shot he just landed.
Well, he left the left hand out there a little lazy, and he crashed it over.
A huge right hand from Roy Jones Jr. And now he's targeting upstairs. Jones' big shot comes crashing home. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Big right hand from Roy. Solid. I think Hopkins would even admit that his opponent completely has outclassed him right there. He just scored the knockdown.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The ref is stopping this fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s devastating attack wins the day quickly. A first-round knockout. Teddy, there's a lot of explaining to do here, but help me with this. Was this early knockout out of left field a product of one guy being prepared and the other guy just not ready for it?
No, obviously he wasn't ready, wasn't prepared in the gym, but I think he came out cold from the locker room, never knew what hit him.
That does it from ringside for Teddy.